what it is that we need to know. So trying to get our heads around. Myself as the director, our assistant director, Colette, and Christy is our educational leader. We worked at getting our heads around it, and then we handed the bulk of the work over to Christy as the educational leader.
I joined a working group for the National Quality Framework with other professionals in the area. We met in Bathurst every month or so, and we all got together, and we had a presenter there who was very, very familiar with the whole process of the National Quality Framework. She gave us tips and talked us through things and helped me and the other professionals there get our heads around the whole process. And then it was quite helpful actually driving from Bathurst back to Parkes. You have that 2 hours to think about it and take it all in, and because I took notes as well. And then I would come back, talk to Lindy and Colette as well, and then filter that training and my knowledge and things that I've learnt through to the other staff, like through staff meetings. Working on the playground, the physical environment of the playground is sometimes could be a little bit challenging, but we made the best of what we have. Like, we used our ideas as well, like sending staff to training and in-servicing, and then making more things happen in the yard, even though the physical, like the grass may have been a little bit sad or things like that, but bringing in different outdoor experiences as well. It's been a little bit sort of challenging, I guess.
And I guess that's part of one of the components in our quality improvement program is actually we're in the process of working with a landscape consultant to come up with a master plan for our outdoor environment, and then we'll break that down into bite-sized pieces.
The first area is educational program. I think that's something that we do a fantastic job at, and I found it so rewarding with the program that we already had in place, implementing the early years learning framework into the physical program that the parents see at the end of the day, the day book and the journals, the children's journals. I just found that to be really rewarding, and having the link to the early years learning framework in the different developmental areas. I really enjoyed that one. One thing that was really exciting, it was an idea from the working groups, was to have a mock assessment. And I came in one day and had my clipboard and things, and I introduced myself as, "Hi, I'm Christy, I'm here to do a mock assessment today," and the staff really responded quite well to that, and it helped them just feel at ease, I think, as well. And I gave them the skills to sell themselves as well. It's okay to tell someone that you do a really good job, not to stand back and wait for someone to notice. It's okay to say, "This is our beautiful baby's room, this is what happens here," and to really sell your story and to be proud of what you do, because we're doing such a fantastic job. One
of our staff members hadn't ever been in a situation like that in all of her working life, and she was quite amused and said, I froze, I didn't know what to do." So that was a great experience. So on the day the assessor was here, she actually worked out that the thing for her to do was come in, and because she knew she was going to be on the late shift, and she came in and purposefully went over to the assessor, and the assessment was really great, just in terms of sort of, I guess, helping all of us feel more comfortable.
I made up reflective journals for each of the playrooms, and what I would do is put information in there about the National Quality Framework, websites they could visit as well in their spare time, and just to get further information themselves, knowing that everyone's different type of learners, seeing it in written form or listening to someone talk over the internet about the early years learning framework. And I would pop questions in there as well, and I'd leave the reflective books with the rooms for a few weeks, and then bring them back and see the responses that the educators have given back to me, and then commented back to them, and just having that little bit of written documentation between myself and the rooms as well. And for some staff who may have felt a little bit uncomfortable to ask a question, but to have it there in writing was, not quite so confronting maybe.
For me, the accessibility of staff in relation to any information that I want, that everyone is so accessible and so helpful, and we're really confident with the information that we're being given. So that's been really a very, very positive part of this whole change process that we've gone through as a sector and as a profession. do what you need to do. So she just worked through the day, moving between the 5 playrooms. We gave her information about when particular routines were going to occur, because obviously she needed to observe them in relation to toileting and nappy change and meal times and transitions and group times and what have you. So she was able to sort of fit that around her business. I didn't see much of her during the day because I was getting on with my work and everyone else was getting on with their work in the playroom, and she just sort of moved through and observed and discussed things with staff. I know at one stage she was actually talking to some parents, which was really, really lovely. It was a very positive experience for us. Yes, we actually had an assessor for 2 days because we're an 86 place centre with the fund. And then later in the day, as she had gathered all the information that she had needed to, Christy and Colette and myself got together with her and just had a bit of a final chat about her visit. And then she just really spoke to us about the proposed time frame of when the report would be finished and when we might get the draft report back again. And the assessor we had was a very experienced early childhood educator who was a very comfortable, confident person to be a very effective communicator, but someone who was obviously confident about what she was doing and being able to make everyone feel very, very comfortable. She fitted into the into the playroom in a very easy kind of way, didn't she? Didn't kind of feel like there was someone over in the corner, maybe writing.
From a teacher's point of view, when the assessor came into the room, what really impressed me the most is the way that she warmed to the children as well. Like instantly the children were asking her questions. Can you help write my name on the painting? And the sleeves were up and she was in writing names on paintings, helping, asking the children what they were making. Can you tell me about this display that was on the wall, because we were focusing on the Olympics at the time. And the questioning, because I was with the older children, that she was asking the children, she was documenting their answers as well, which I thought was just lovely to see.
We felt very proud. Very affirmed. It's a very affirming thing to have someone come in and look at what you're doing.
Really sell yourself to say that you are great at what you do, and that you, how you feel about your profession. To sell your story, to let everybody know the good things that you do and the pride that you take in yourself and your chosen profession.
If we can just view it, and I know we all get nervous because we feel like we're being judged, but if we could just view the process as a collaborative process, and that everyone's got their eyes on the children, it's about what's in the best interest of the children, and that if we can view the process of having an assessor come in, that they can help us to have different perspectives on what is, and that they can make suggestions that will help us, rather than feeling like it's a pass or a fail. It's like what else can we be doing